In this video, I'm going to show you how to add and drop students from classes during the first and second week of school. For you to begin to do this, you are going to need to log into your AIS account. Once you are logged in, you are going to click on Student Records. Once on Student Records, make sure to put in the student's PID number. To begin adding a student to a class, you will click on Registration. Once in registration, you're going to need to put in the year and semester in which you are working with the student. For this example, we are going to use the spring semester of 2012. And in this box, you need to signify that it is for Colorado State University, Pueblo. At this point, a box will come up reminding you that the Gen Ed skills component still needs to be met. This is not a restriction of any type, but a reminder that the student still needs to finish their college-level math and college-level English courses. In pulling up the registration for Patty Pueblo for the spring of 2012, we see the classes that she's already been added into. The first thing we're going to show you today is how to drop a student from that class. To do that, you go to the Add/Drop box and tab all the way down till a new box appears. At this point, we are going to drop the student from Human Development, which has the call number 6655. Once you've put in the call number, you will go up to the top and click Accept Registration. In this example, it shows that it cannot be dropped because the drop date has passed. However, in working in a new semester, this will not be the case. To add a student to a class, you go through the same channels you go through to drop a student from a class. Start by clicking on Registration, and you will pick the semester and the year, and make sure that it is Colorado State University, Pueblo. Again, the student schedule will come up for you, and in the Add and Drop boxes, you are going to tab down until you find another box. And we are going to add the student to the class with the call number. Again, let's just use Human Development as our example, 6655. Once you do that, you click on Accept Registration at the top, and it will add the student to the class. In this example, obviously the student is already in Human Development, but your new class should appear here under this duplicate call number area. When adding and dropping students from classes during the first week of school, there are 3 examples in which you will find that you are unable to add or drop students. These would be our student athletes, our international students, and those students who have remedial restrictions. If student CSU Pueblo comes into your office and asks to be registered for classes, and under AIS you go to Registration, Spring Semester 2012, you see a registration block come up, letting you know that they are a student athlete. If you do have a student athlete that comes into your office and needs to add or drop a class once classes have begun, you need to let them know that they need to go to the athletics office to get the necessary add/drop form. From there, they need to know the call number, department, and course number of any classes they want to add or drop, as well as get the signatures of the professors of classes they want to be added into, the signature of the compliance coordinator in the athletics office, and the signature of their coach. Once they receive all this information, they take their form over to the records office to be processed. Student athletes are just one of the 3 groups discussed that need to jump through extra hoops to get added and or dropped from courses. Another group is international students. For international students to change their schedule in adding or dropping a class, they need to have their course number, call number, and instructor sent over to International Programs Office, as International Programs Office does approve all adds and drops of international students once the semester has begun. The third group of students that will need to jump through extra hoops are the remedial restriction students. These are students that have not finished their remedial coursework needed within a certain amount of time and have a restriction on their account. For them to be added and or dropped from any courses, all approvals of their class changes need to be made through Student Academic Services. In each of these students' cases, make sure to give the student the correct call number, course number, name of course, instructor's name, and have them take them to the necessary people to help them add and or drop the courses they are hoping to. Once the second week of classes have begun, no student can be added into a class through AIS or through pause. The only way a student can be added into a course is by filling out a late add form, which can be found on the university website. Once on the university website, you can find it under Quick Links in the top right corner. Under Academic Affairs, click on the Registrar and Records Office. Once on this page, click on Forms. Once you're in the Forms section, you can find the Late Add form. For the student to be added to the class, they need to know the necessary information, which is the call number, department, course number, and course title. Once that information has been obtained, instruct the student to go see the professor to get the signature to be added into the class. Once the instructor agrees to add the student into the class, the student will then sign the form and take it over to the records office and be ready to pay a $10 late fee.